everyone, welcome back to the American Sushi Podcast. I'm Evan, and I have with me Brandon.
Hey.
And that's us. The end.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks. It's been too long. See you next time.
People are gonna think their audio, like we actually ended, or their audio is broken.
Well, that's the meme.
Oh,
See,
that's
we gotcha.
the joke?
Yeah.
Get
we're
owned.
funny sometimes. And you know that was funny.
Yeah, you know what else is funny sometimes? Deez Nuts!
Yeah, it is.
Gotcha!
Yeah, but I didn't say anything. Should we take a counter with how many times we try to insert Deez Nuts jokes this episode?
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right.
Deez Nuts, Deez Nuts, Deez Nuts.
Well, no, nah, it's gotta have proper setup. I'm not including those.
No, yeah, you are. You know what you are including? Deez Nuts.
Fine, that one I'll include. That one, you got me there. That's fun.
You know how we
You know what else is fine? Oh, Deez Nuts! Ah! Fucking
you know,
got
we already
him.
have a title that's the worst episode of this podcast, and we can't reuse that.
Are you sure, though?
I mean, we can, but it's we're gonna need a red arrow, a big red circle, the 100 emoji, the fire emoji, and some Deez Nuts.
Yeah, because you know what else we can reuse?
Now, what else can we
Nuts.
reuse, man?
Deez Nuts. Yeah.
This sucks.
It was really funny before we started streaming, and now it's not funny at all.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think it was funny before we started the stream.
I thought it was hilarious. Thank you very much.
You know what else I think is hilarious?
I don't know. What?
Never mind. I was gonna go to a different joke, and Deez Nuts is a much
Yep.
safer joke.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
It's gonna
All right. Going the canceled route.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, well, let's not do that.
All right. So
And
what
you know
have
what we should do?
What should we do, man?
I was gonna say we should talk about what we've been doing. It's been a while since it's just been the two of us. We've had a lot of guests, some breaks, and here we are.
Yeah, you know,
So-
it's also been a while since we've had Deez Nuts. So, clap.
Hey, I have to ask a genuine question.
Okay.
Is there something wrong with me that I find it so funny?
Yeah.
Can you diagnose what that is for me, please?
I can. I'm not going to, though.
Oh. Well,
Probably the lack of brain cells.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
Yeah.
I'll think about that in my own time. I
Yeah,
guess.
what have you been doing lately, man?
Well, let's see. Been working on a big long boy video a lot, doing lots of that, watching things here and there with the lady and stuff, reading a couple things, some things work related, some things just keeping up with like MHA and One Piece, for instance. And there was some Apex tournaments that I was also a part of with Briggs and Jordan, so that was fun.
Heck yeah!
And, yeah, we got roasted, but we had a couple good games, so it was
Okay.
good. But those were taking up some time, doing some streaming. And just adulting. Fucking my downstairs bathroom's broken, so everything, a lot to do with that. It's been taking a lot of time. And yeah, that's mainly what I've been up to. I got a whole list of things I've experienced during that time, media-wise. But that's what's been going on. That's been my everyday.
Fuck yeah.
What about yourself? What have you been doing?
Deez Nuts?
What? You've been sir.
You got freaking owned again!
I don't know. I think you got played a little bit with that one, but
What do you mean?
you kind of just Deez Nuts yourself if you
Yeah,
really
what do you mean,
think
man?
about it.
What do you mean, man?
You Deez Nuts
How about
yourself.
how about you say
You
it?
Deez Nuts yourself. I said it 3 times.
Man, I think we forgot how to do this.
Do what?
Deez Nuts.
Thank you.
I don't
See,
even
I
wanna,
set you up perfectly that
I
time.
don't even want to say it anymore, man. It hurts.
You want to know what else hurts?
Yeah, what else hurts, man?
Deez Nuts.
You should get that checked out by a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'll make an appointment.
So what have I been doing since the last time we've talked? I moved to a different state. Did I do anything else than that, really? Not especially.
Damn it.
I read a book. I read
whole?
a whole book. That's right. Been getting back into working out again on a consistent basis. Playing basketball by myself because I'm not a competitive person and don't want to try hard. So I just go goof around. I started a new job, and that's gone really well, but it's really busy.
Hell yeah.
I went to a baseball game. I am rereading Awashi because it's the best manga. What else? Nothing really. I'm not super exciting right now.
I understand. Like I said, been just very busy myself, but I guess also keeping up with the workout routines myself.
Yeah.
People don't tell you how much fucking time it takes to be healthy. They really don't. And like all the time cooking stuff, it's obnoxious. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
It really is. I feel like so much time every day just goes to that, and it's like, plus. So, what was the book you read?
I read a book of poetry by Charles Bukowski because I heard his name in a bunch of emo songs, and I'm like, all right, I'll read one. And it was called Dangling in the Tour de Force, and it was pretty good. There's a couple really good ones in it.
See, I can't say that I've experienced much poetry, so I'm not super familiar with it, but let's just... Okay, one of the things that I watched recently is a show called Sex Education. Actually, just finished the last season today.
I've heard of that.
And it has no business being as good as it is. I'm going to be honest. It has no business being that good, but it's fantastic. It's phenomenal. And there was a poem in it today, and it made me cry.
Oh, heck
Not
yeah.
even meaning. Yeah, it was very sad. So, poetry does speak to the heart when it is from the heart.
Yeah, and
So
you know what else speaks to the heart? Deez Nuts.
Ah!
But yeah, there are some good poems out there, man.
Yeah. I feel like I would really enjoy poetry if I took the time to get into it.
Yeah.
Or even write it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's something that, it's like a Deez Nuts joke. When it's bad, you know it's bad. But when it's good, you know it's good. It touches your soul.
Like a certain Twitter post that you dropped before we started today.
Yeah, the reason we...
Scott Riz Twitter.
Yeah, yep. The reason we are making all these Deez Nuts jokes is on my Twitter, so don't follow it. Because that's a poor choice, and I acknowledge that. And I'm not going to make an effort to make it a better choice. So, there's your warning. But I did post something funny.
Anyways, the only thing I remember about poetry is haikus.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah.
575. That rule. Syllables.
You know a limerick?
Or was it words? No, I don't remember that.
No, it's syllables. Syllables.
Okay. So it was syllables.
Yes.
No, I don't know what that other word is.
A limerick?
A limerick, no.
It's Irish. It's another syllable type of poem, but I don't remember how to do it because I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, we did leave the brain cells.
That's a fact. But yeah, so what sort of media have you been consuming? So sex ed.
Sex Education. It's on Netflix. It's like a teen drama. The plot, more or less, is that a bunch of people in school have sex questions, but sex education sucks. Which, I mean, I feel like we can even attest to that from our experience.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Absolutely.
So basically, one of the students and another student, they team up and they start giving out advice to people. And it works really well. But there's a lot of really good character stuff in there. Characters that I didn't think I would ended up being my favorite. Some that were my favorite betrayed me. It just, it's so good.
Is it like Riverdale?
See, I haven't seen Riverdale.
Oh, well,
but I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not as... But I know about Riverdale, thanks to a video by Mr. Eyepatch Wolf.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched that, but...
I didn't watch that, but I've seen plenty of Riverdale videos. And I watched most of it, actually. I've watched most of Riverdale.
See, now that I kind of know what it is, I feel like it's the kind of show that I would really like for how bad it is. Because there's another show I'm going to roast in a minute.
Are you about to roast Angel? Because
I am going to fucking roast Angel so bad. I am going to lose my mind when we talk about Angel in a bit here.
All right.
But it seems like it's kind of up that way where it's really just the way he explained it is so much happens in such a little amount of time that you don't even have time to really process it. Because they were going over spoilers for Riverdale. Yeah. And it's it seems like the first season is pretty just grounded, but very average or below average.
The first season's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's just fine. Yeah, and then it just turns into something so whack.
And it goes bananas. It goes fucking apeshit for no reason. For no reason, it goes apeshit.
And like, I kind of like stuff like that. I really do. But
you probably would like it, actually. Genuinely, I think you would.
Like, I think I could love it, but admit that it's trash. I think that's overall my opinion. What it would be had I actually like experienced all of it. So I would not say that they are similar.
Yeah.
In that sense, they're not that whack. Like, things are see, it's like the main thing is that in a lot of like teen dramas, the characters don't feel like actual high schoolers.
Yeah.
Whereas they do in this. Like, their conversations are believable in terms of like what I, as a high schooler, would say to another high schooler. Whereas in a lot of like movies and stuff, they have like 30-year-olds playing people who are supposed to be like 15, 16. And they just say the weirdest shit that they think kids say these days because writers don't know what they're doing. But in this one, they seem like actual believable characters, actual believable people. And like even with Riverdale, like every single person in there looks like a literal supermodel. Yeah. It's like, that's not how people are in real life.
Oh,
like,
speak
people
for yourself?
Excuse me? Okay, what are things like where you live now? Huh? Is everybody a supermodel? Is that what you're saying? You calling me...
I just look in the mirror every morning, and that's on self-love.
Well, okay, I wasn't talking about you, sir, and your supermodel physique. I was talking about everybody else.
Yeah, you ever see frickin'... I don't even remember the fake name we used for him, but, the one, the one guy that whisper screams? Now that's a supermodel.
The one...
No, you take more than a second to think about the one guy who whispers.
Well, I was trying to... Because I was like, wait, we had a name for that? And I was like, oh, I remember now, because we talked about it before, and we... Yeah, it's probably like Dan or something.
Like, yeah.
Dan.
Jimbo.
Throwback to Dan, if that was his name.
No, I know it wasn't, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, Dan, he's a fun guy.
Uh-huh.
But overall, if you don't mind like sexual content, I'd recommend it.
Heck yeah.
I definitely recommend it. Very good. It's gonna hit you in the feels. It really will.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't know if you want to take over with something that you've seen recently, but otherwise I can keep going because I've got a list.
I can go a little bit. I'm finishing up the second season of Ted Lasso, the hit show. Yeah.
You did tell me about that one briefly.
Uh-huh. It's really good. That's another show that has no business being as good as it is. And it's probably one of my favorite shows that I've ever watched, honestly. It is so funny, and it's got such good humor and good... It's so positive. It's pretty different. I don't know. But it's really, really good. I highly recommend it to anyone that is a human and has a sense of humor.
What if you don't have either of those? Would they still like it?
Yeah, they'd like Deez Nuts too, probably.
Son of a bitch. I've let my guard down. I gotta be ready for the next one.
Oh shoot!
Oh my god! Do you want me to roast Angel? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, you can roast Angel. Oh, I'll come back after that. But yeah, Ted Lasso, highly recommend. Watch it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't want to give people like a ton of preconceived notions before they watch it. But very good, very good.
Well, I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of Angel, specifically Angel season 4. So, if you care at all about the show Angel and do not want spoilers,
nah, fuck that. That show's been out for fucking years. Literally,
it has
like 15 plus years. Get over yourself.
It's been out for 20 years.
Yeah, stop it. Get over yourself. Grow up.
Okay. Well, you said that you watched some of Angel in the past.
I did when I was a kid. I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember the guy named Angel looks cool.
Yeah, he does. He does look cool. He's got a very edgy trench coat vibe.
Yeah.
Most of the time. You know, he's a creature of the night, like a savior like Batman. And he's a vampire. Well, I guess for anybody who doesn't know, just for a little bit of context, basically, Angel is a spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where a vampire with a soul named Angel has to dip because he can't be with Buffy, because if he and her do the dirty, he'll reach a point of pure happiness and become an evil piece of shit. Because when he doesn't have a soul, he's garbage. The worst person of all time. So he gets his own show where he just solves crimes that have demon and vampire stuff, yada yada. And I have to say, out of every show I've ever watched, ever, or anything I've read, anything, period, any movie, I have never in my life experienced writing just so off the walls. Like, I feel like this would give Riverdale a run for its money in terms of just how bizarre things can get in such a short amount of time. Because basically they have everything set up where there's about to be like this love interest finally between him and another character, Cordelia. And apparently the actress for Cordelia just kind of pissed people off on the show. They did the most bizarre shit with her character of all time.
Okay.
So this guy, Angel, over here, he, in a moment of just not giving a fuck, he porks another vampire, basically. And they end up having a child. So that's not supposed to happen. So this child is like the child of prophecy. They take his fucking kid, and they send his kid into another dimension. And then his kid comes back like 17 years later, but it only like after like a week. So he like comes through a portal and he's like older, and he tries to kill him. His son, his name's Connor. He is the single most annoying character of anything ever. He makes me so mad because he's just like, just picture like the most edgy high schooler you can, and that's him. He's just always grumpy. He's always pissed off. I'm getting so mad thinking about it. But basically, long story short, so the girl that Mr. Angel was supposed to get with over here, she gets the opportunity to join what's called the Powers That Be, which basically like, it's kind of like the God Hand in Berserk to an extent.
Okay.
Like they kind of like make things happen behind the scenes and like, oh yeah, you have no control. This is fate, blah, blah, blah. You can't do shit. It's that kind of bullshit. So they give her this opportunity to be like a higher being. So she does. And then she comes back, but she has fucking amnesia. So she doesn't remember anything. So then she thinks Angel's like this fucking weird dude. So she hangs out with his edgy ass son. Then she remembers everything. But the world is ending. So she porks his son. And by the way, while this kid was a baby, she was like his mother figure. I just want to say. So then she wakes up and is like, okay, this was a fucking mistake. But then she gets pregnant. And okay, the worst fucking part is that whatever like being is causing like the end of the world right now, it turns out it's her the whole fucking time. So basically, Angel has a child. This child porks her, gets her pregnant, so that she can birth herself into the world.
Oh, fuck yeah. That makes sense.
And the whole entire time, she's like manipulating this edgy fucking 18-year-old. And fucking Angel finds out. So he's just like pissed at his son that his son cucked him. And it's like, I can't even make it up. I'm explaining it kind of badly, but that's exactly what happens.
But good enough, huh?
Yeah.
Man.
So then, when this being bursts themselves into the world, basically they are like a literal goddess, a literal god, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
And everyone basically just automatically simps for them as soon as they see them. So basically the entire extent is like this being is just going to cause complete world peace because everyone is going to be so obsessed with them that there's just no reason to fight about anything. So everybody's good until we find out that if you accidentally get her blood on you, you can see her true form, which is like really repulsive with like maggots and stuff like falling out of her face.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. So long story short, characters start getting exposed to her true form and they're like, oh no, this is really fucked up. We got to stop her actually. You know, peace is bad.
Yeah.
So then they all kind of like, they get the main squad together. They get everybody with some blood. So then everyone's good. Everyone can see her true form. Everybody knows how fucked up it is. So like, okay, we have to stop this. But then this fucking piece of garbage Connor over here, apparently he can see her true form the whole time.
So he's fucking maggots.
Yeah, kinda. Like, I get the whole thing of like, oh, it's not about, appearances. But like, yeah, he's basically just being annoying to be annoying. He's being an asshole. So he prevents them from killing this person, more or less. And then, long story short, they eventually have to, like, kill the goddess lady. And then world peace is ended. And then Connor goes full-on terrorist. Full-on terrorist. He feels like such weird separation anxiety, I guess. Or something about, like, not having a good family system. Like, he's literally anybody on the street he sees with like a father and a son, right? If the father is not appreciating the son enough, he just fucking beats the shit out of him and kills him.
Oh my God.
And then he goes to a fucking mall or like some sort of like sporting store where a bunch of people are in it, and he literally ties them all up with bombs. I'm not even fucking kidding. And basically, Angel has to come in and stop his son from being a terrorist and blowing all these people up because he could not be with the character Cordelia, who was like his mother figure and also his baby mama.
Fuck yeah.
And he's mad that his daughter, the goddess, got killed. So he's just like, he's gonna blow everybody and himself up. Like, so Angel has to go in and stop him. They've set up Connor's character this entire time, and there's still going to be one more season. So what does Angel do? Does he kill his son? No, he just uses this evil fucking law firm organization to wipe his son's memory and everybody else's memory of ever knowing that he existed. So they wipe him out of the show by giving him a real family, and they just never talk about him again. And then Cordelia's character's in a coma, so she can get written off the show. I'm baffled. I am baffled that they could go that far. And there's like so much other bullshit in between all of that.
Let me tell you, while you were explaining that, I thought, let me see if this is like well known that this season is awful of Angel. So 1, 2, 3, and 5 are all 90+% for both critics and audience on Rotten Tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
Season 4 has a 67% from critics and an 80%, a 79% from
What?
from the audience.
That's
I think,
too high.
I think you're in the wrong, buddy.
No. That's way too high. That's way too high.
I think
it's so bad. Like, I enjoyed how bad it was, but I have to say it was terrible in terms of like the writing. It was so bad. I don't know how. Okay.
One of the reviews is Angel's 4th season was a mess. The end.
Yeah, it was. There's also this whole point where like there's this monster thing, which is a henchman of the higher being person.
Now listen here, all right?
All right, I'm listening.
This is a top critic with a star. The emotional and narrative arc of shiny, happy people was so perfect, starting out light and comical and then gradually becoming darker and scarier once Fred realized the truth about Jasmine. How do you feel about that? I have no...
The thing that I liked was like the moral dilemma of like, okay, are we about to stop world peace right now? That I feel like that's a pretty good dilemma, because like, would the world be a better place if everybody was just happy with like this goddess person?
Yeah.
Like, because no one's gonna fight anymore. Everything's good. That's all they care about. So there's no fighting anymore. There's no conflict. Like, would that be such a bad thing? And are they the real enemies for stopping that? I think so, but either way, just everything getting to that point.
It's a stupidity concept. It's a stupidity contest, and Connor won it. Oh.
Yeah, he's the worst. He's the worst. He made me so upset. They always have the worst fucking decision making with anything. Because it's like, oh, Angel knows this fucking demon thing. He knows it, but he doesn't know it because he doesn't remember. Oh, that's because his actual self, without a soul, does remember. So let's take his soul away. And then they can't fucking put it back because they're being sabotaged the whole time. And it's like, I don't know, maybe call somebody from Buffy who did the exact same thing you're trying to do. They're a phone call away, they could help you out, but no, can't do that. Nobody even thinks about that. I don't know, I'm just mad.
They really liked this collector's set on IGN.
Yeah?
They liked it a
Collector's
lot.
set of Angel?
Yeah.
Man, that's all I really have to say about Angel Season 4. I'm just saying.
It
was an experience to have.
I mean, you'll never forget it. That's for sure.
I never will. I will never, ever forget Angel Season 4. And how bizarre of a concept that was from start to finish.
Oh, man. So, I guess to follow that one up, I have been reading... I read a few manga, but I don't know if I talked about One Outs yet.
I don't believe so.
But that was really good. That had a really satisfying ending to me. I think a lot of people don't agree with that, but... So, the premise of the story is there's this, like... It's a sports manga. It's really kind of complicated to watch, but it's just one pitcher and one batter at first, and if you get a strikeout, the pitcher wins. If basically anything else happens, the batter wins. And so this guy is like super freaking Light Yagami level bananas with psychology. And is like the best pitcher on earth. And so then he starts fighting with an actual baseball team and joins it and makes his contract based on that. But the owner doesn't want to pay him money. So he tries to keep sabotaging it. And then it's them going back and forth, cat and mouse type of thing.
Okay.
Well, the reason it's kind of complicated to watch is you can read the beginning parts of it, but then you have to watch the anime for most of the middle, and then the ending is just I don't know where it is. It's not translated anywhere that I could fucking find.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I thought like they literally were just like, oh yeah, there's this many chapters of the manga, and then it's anime only, and then it's back to the manga. Like that would be so bizarre.
Yeah, and so it's I don't know. I have no idea. But this is also the guy who wrote Liar Game, which is supposed to be really good.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I haven't read it, but it's supposed to be really good.
Okay. You know, that reminds me. I found out not that long ago, I think the guy who wrote Yagan and also another manga that I really like that I feel like we might have talked about before, As the Gods Will.
Okay,
He also wrote Blue Lock, which I feel like you were talking about not long ago.
Yeah, no, I knew that actually. But Blue Lock is not the one that I've seen.
Okay, maybe it was Jordan
watched.
who talked about it then.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be really good. I've heard of it. It's coming out in the same anime season this spring with Aoashi, which is Bluefoot. So that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
But Blue Lock is really different from what I can find. It's like I don't even know how to explain it really. It's way more hyper competitive and it's more one-on-one as far as I can tell. Mm-hmm. And then Aoashi is more team-based.
Okay.
And that Aoashi might be my favorite manga I've ever read. Because I'm reading it again after frickin' just finishing it, like, this summer.
Dare say even better than One Piece?
I mean, I don't know. One Piece has taken so much of my life that I can't...
Yeah.
I can't put that down.
But it's coming close.
No. One Piece I still would put above it, but Aoashi is easily my favorite sports story ever. Like, there's no competition.
Uh-huh.
And it's that good that it's one of my top 5 favorite manga, for sure. Like, no question.
I really wish... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think I'd put Berserk above it, too, but...
Okay. Gotcha. Cause, that's another thing we're going to have to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Berserk. But I just really wish I could just fuck off from everything for, like, a month and just read something every day. That'd be amazing. But womp. But Berserk! Berserk! We got it. We got the last chapter that Miura worked on.
Uh-huh.
Did you read it? I'm
assuming
I did.
You did. Yeah, I did. I don't really remember it super well.
I mainly just remember the ending, specifically.
Uh-huh.
How,
man.
I feel like, honestly, I thought the chapter before that was pretty good in terms of, like, okay, if it has to end here, this isn't exactly the worst place to end. Now I feel like with this chapter, I kind of feel even more so. Like, if this is the last bit of Berserk we ever get, regardless of if they do, like, a light novel... or if the assistants end up continuing because they haven't announced anything yet or specified what they're going to do. I feel like this is a pretty good spot to end. A pretty decent cliffhanger as far as things could go. They could have been in like the middle of an arc or like in the middle of some big battle and there's just never any conclusion. But I feel like with this, it just kind of makes everything go full circle. I'm just content with where it ended up ending, all things considering.
And it says the end in the chapter.
Yeah, that's why.
In the translation, so I don't expect any more.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine they probably wouldn't, unless he specifically vocalized to them that he would want them to continue it. I feel like they probably wouldn't, because I don't know if you heard or saw, but a different mangaka actually just passed away a couple days ago.
No.
He was the author of one of the most long-running manga, if not the most long-running. It's called Glogo 13. I guess I'd have to... I probably said that wrong. I need to just double check on that.
Golgo 13.
Yeah, Golgo 13. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it has 201 volumes, and it is ongoing.
Holy crap.
Basically, it got to the point where he just had his assistants mainly do, like, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he would only draw the main character because he was so old. And he recently passed away, and they actually plan to continue it.
Yeah,
because I guess that's what he would want them to do. Like, he specifically said, like, I want to draw manga as long as I possibly can, and when I eventually do pass, I want it to keep going. So
that's in frickin' big comic.
Yeah, Yeah, it's been around since apparently 1968, as it says here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Awashi is in Big Comic Spirits. Okay, that's different.
Gotcha. There we go. It is certified.
I recognized that name. That's why I had to look that up. But
But it is certified in Guinness World Records as the highest number of volumes for a single manga series.
Dang.
201.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How many does One Piece have?
I think they just had like the 100th volume?
Or Ippo. How many does Ippo have?
Longest running manga. Let's see what we got here, because I know there's a wiki for it.
Because Ippo can't be that far behind, I don't think.
Oh, apparently Golgo is not anymore, actually. Dokuben, a martial arts series, passed it up. They have 205 volumes now.
Okay.
What? Hajime no Ippo has 132.
Wow.
JoJo's has 131?
Yeah,
that surprises me.
That's all the parts. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah, One Piece has 100. That's what I thought. The 100th one just came out. Major's got 100 as well. Yeah, some of these I didn't realize were so high up. Like, I wouldn't have guessed that JoJo's was... Just by, like, the longer schedule, I would have assumed that maybe it would be less. But
it's been going on for a while, though.
Yeah. And with plans for part 9 now, too?
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's going to be more? Okay.
I'm so pumped for part. Did you ever read frickin' JoJo Lion yet?
No, I didn't get a chance.
You
I was wanted
stinker.
to before. Yeah. Like, the last... Other than keeping up with MHA and One Piece and then the Berserk chapter.
Yeah.
I was going to read a couple different manga for a video, but then I decided to do something else, which is what I've been working on since. So I read a couple series, but I could mention them briefly.
Yeah, what do you got?
The first one is the shortest, which is called Dokumushi. Would not recommend it.
Okay.
It's really fucked up. It's basically kind of a death game type thing, where like seven people are just kind of put into this place. They can't leave, and there's a timer on the wall for 7 days, and they have water, but they have no food. So basically, there's a room with a cleaver and a hot pot, and the point is they just want them to kill each other and eat each other. Like that. Yeah. That's it.
Oh.
So, yeah, and like one of the
Great.
dudes likes children, and like there's a 9-year-old there, so that's bad. The one dude is just disgusting, and it's kind of smut. I would not recommend it. I did read one that I kind of liked. It was called Starving Anonymous.
Okay.
Which is basically about these two dudes. They're just doing their thing on a bus on their way home from school, and oh my god, it's filled with gas, and they're put into this facility where there's a bunch of people, and they're being harvested. So, yeah. Spoiler alert, turns out that there's these alien praying mantis things that are like super higher beings, and they're just kind of chilling underground with us, and we feed them so they help us out. Yeah, it's basically just a facility of people harvesting. But as far as like seinen series go, I'd say it was pretty decent. The art was really good.
Yeah.
The characters were kind of whack, a lot of whack stuff, a lot of good body horror. It was aight.
Okay.
I'd probably give it like a 5, 6 at most. It was
Not
just
bad.
enjoyable.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. And then the last one, I didn't end up getting through all the way, but it's called Kuchi Kujima, which is another messed up concept where basically these people, I think they're part of like an archaeology club or like a geography club, something like that, but they're looking for like an island that isn't on a map, more or less.
Okay.
And they find it,
All
and
right.
across the island, they see somebody getting attacked. So one of them's like, dude, I gotta go over there and help. And they get over there, and there's this dude in a pig mask,
Okay.
like 8 feet tall, and they kill the guy. So then the rest of them are like, oh shit, this is fucked up. And then they crash their boat and they're stuck there. So womp womp, they're on an island of cannibals and they can't get away.
Oh, sweet. Okay, great.
Yeah. And I got part of the way through that one, so I don't know how that one's going to end up. But yeah, those are the things I got to read. But that was, I'd say since we haven't been, it's been a while since it was just the two of us. It's been a minute since I read those.
Okay.
Other than that, just MHA and One Piece.
Yeah, so I'm caught up on MHA. I read all of, I was weekly with a manga called Candy Flurry that just ended recently.
Oh yeah, I heard it got canceled.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I actually really liked it. It was interesting. I think there's some missed potential there, for sure.
Did they rush the ending? I take it then, or
Absolutely.
How did they...
I think they knew that it was like the cancellation was coming, probably.
Yeah.
Because it was like the last 5 or 6 chapters were all the final battle, and it's only 19 chapters to begin with. And so they definitely knew it was coming, because it ends.
Yeah, I get it, but I honestly wish now that so many things are moving over to digital,
Yeah.
I wish Shonen Jump would give their artists more of a big window. Like, they're like, okay, we're going to give you 2 years to get this series moving.
Yeah.
And, like, if it just doesn't go anywhere, like, people don't like it, then we'll get rid of it. But you have, like, 2 years of time to really set things up and go from there. Because, like, I get you can only have so many in the magazine at once because there's only so many you can keep track of. You got to get your editors with people. Like, you only have so many employees. I get it. But I feel like with the digital medium, there should be, like, more breathing room for people. Like, it's sad to see so many series come in with, like, unique, fresh ideas, but they just don't, like, they don't get enough time to really, like, get their footing, and then they're gone.
And some of them are kind of crummy. Like,
Yeah, it happens.
I've been following most of the new Shonen Jump manga pretty hesitantly, and, like, I Tell C was pretty bad, but I liked it. Like, it was one of those guilty pleasures. Same with fucking Build King. Build King was not great at all. It had potential. That was another one that kind of had missed potential, but it took forever to get to that potential.
Yeah.
But then there's the Hunters Guild, which is probably my favorite Shonen Jump in the past year or so. I think Hunters Guild Red Hood is really good.
I read, I think, the first 2 chapters when that came out, and I liked it a lot. I could definitely... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's getting really good. It's starting to get, like, more in-depth now.
I was already on board just with the art style and the fairy tale concept.
It's so cool. It's so unique.
In a lot of ways, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah. You could definitely tell that the mangaka worked under Horikoshi, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I love the art style. So I hope that one keeps going.
Yeah, I mean, it is now, and hopefully it does, but you never know. Like, it's so tumultuous. Like, it's so volatile with these new manga. It's hard.
Yeah, some series just fucking... They're there, and then they're gone. Even if they seem like they're doing well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good example of, like, a series that was going for a while, but then it just... I mean, the one that comes to mind is Bleach, but I don't think that's a good example just because Kubo kind of claims he wanted to end it that way, so I don't know. There's a lot of misinformation.
Yeah, but... like, freaking Phantom Seer is kind of a good example. That's not years, but...
Yeah.
That was 30 chapters, and then they're like, see ya.
And it's like it could have gone for much longer. Oh, Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin. I know Jordan liked that one a lot, and that ended, which I don't know if that was intentional, but usually with Shonen Jump series, they intend for them to go much longer.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like the level of, like, Promised Neverland or Demon Slayer, where, like, they have a length, but it's still years. Yep. Whereas that one was only out for, like, a couple, and then, boom, it's gone. So it must not have been doing as well as they'd hoped.
And then there's... Blue Box is pretty good. I like that one a lot. That's a romance one with basketball and badminton.
Badminton? Okay.
Yeah, That's pretty... Yeah, I like that one a lot. Yozakura Family is awesome. That's gonna be a hit whenever they animate that. People are gonna love it.
Yeah, that's the one that Jordan's been talking up the most, I think.
That one's gonna be poppin' when it gets animated. Same with Undead Unluck. Undead Unluck is super fire. I really like that one a lot too.
Yeah. So I've heard from everybody who I've heard anything about it. Like, at first,
it's so
starts
weird.
whack, gets good.
The first 2 chapters are so weird, but then, like, you find the most unique power system I've ever seen in a manga.
Like, really?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
That's some big talk.
It's so unique. And they don't, like... They kind of lean into it being a little... Like, it reminds me of JoJo's in a sense. Like, the stand powers that can be kind of stupid, but are pretty creative for their battles. That's a very similar vibe to Undead Unluck.
Okay. I like that idea.
I guess stands are probably my favorite, like, battle system, so I don't know that it beats that, but it's very similar, very reminiscent.
I like that idea. I think... Nen in Hunter x Hunter is probably the most, like, versatile, where you could do the most with it.
And it's the most, like, well-developed, I feel like.
Yeah, or, like, balanced, maybe?
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's just all around, like, everything makes sense in terms of, like, oh, you can't exactly just do this unless you do this first, kind of thing. Whereas I feel like JoJo's is just the most fun. But, like, even, like, we've talked about Part 6 a lot, and, like, some of the stands in Part 6, I'm like, okay, this is too much. This is too much. Then, like, in Part 7, they kind of reground it to where they're a lot more not as outrageous, and I'm back on board. I feel like it just depends. Sometimes they just go too far with the power scaling, like a Dragon Ball Z type of thing, where like, oh, we just need to keep raising the bar until we're too far gone.
I'm freaking mad about Vegeta again, if you can believe that.
Oh, well, I'm always mad at Vegeta, so.
People are mad at him again.
I can't stand Vegeta.
But yeah, Undead Unluck is so good. I really recommend it.
Okay.
I mean, there's, like, basically most of the Shonen Jump that are above 50 chapters right now are all pretty good.
Okay, so they've got just a pretty solid line right now.
At least the ones that I've read. I haven't read, like, some of them that are 50 or more, but... And then frickin' PP came out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, I was gonna hate it. I was, like, pissed. I didn't want something to replace Candy Flurry. I was not happy. But it's good. It's already good.
What's the concept?
So, basically, all the P's stand for this septuplet family. And so there's 7 kids. And 6 of them are all famous pianists and are, like, traveling the world and shit. And then one of them can't play the piano for fucking shit. But he is trying to play a song for his mother before she dies. So he's going to music school. Yep. So it's super sad from the get-go.
No.
But the art style's super cool.
I think I saw like the cover page for it on Twitter. It looks like a very unique style. So,
yeah.
Okay. Good to know about that one then. Cuz I knew nothing about it. I just knew that it came out and it had a weird name.
It's good though. I like it. And then I think Dr. Stone's my favorite Shonen Jump manga right now. Actually,
isn't that going into its final arc?
Yep.
Did I hear that?
Yes.
Because I got like 50
so
chapters
good,
into
dude.
it, and I loved it. I am so sad that I put it down. It was like at the very beginning of the year when I was reading it.
It's so good.
Oh. Yeah, I love Dr. Stone. I want to get back into that one too.
And I mean, you can't go wrong with One Piece or My Hero, but like,
oh no,
you can go wrong with freaking Black Clover. If that's your favorite Shonen Jump, then just don't talk to me, please.
What, are you getting sick of it now?
I've been sick of it. I'm so over it.
Oh, you're on the board. Okay, I thought you were still like keeping up because like
I am keeping up with it, but I'm over it. I'm not. Every time I read it, I'm like, this sucks.
I got because
It's not that bad, but it's just okay. Like it's just okay.
I remember enjoying it so much, and then I feel like they were just throwing so many new concepts that I'm like, you know what? I just need a break. And I'm kind of glad that I took a break if it's going that direction. That makes me sad. It
got bananas. Like I don't even know how to explain. The most recent arc is okay, but it was really poorly paced. And that's like even dealing with freaking it being weekly. Like I don't think the weekly part is what made it poorly paced. I think it's just not paced well. I just think it's just poor writing, to be honest with you.
Because like I remember seeing some people on Twitter complaining about like a bunch of characters just coming back to life or something. Like I didn't know the context, but people were basically saying like, "Oh, death doesn't mean shit in Black Clover." Like, confirmed.
I guess kind of. Like I don't know. Like
but I don't know the context.
Whatever. Yeah, I guess. Like someone did die, but someone else did die and come back to life. So.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. Like who cares?
I'll definitely get to other things first then before.
It's dumb fun. That's all it is. And it's not even like it takes itself too seriously to be dumb fun. Like friggin' Mashl's dumb fun, and I love it.
Yeah.
So is Yuzakura Family sometimes. Like there's a lot of dumb fun manga, but that one takes itself too dang seriously.
Yeah.
Especially this most fucking recent arc. This most recent arc took itself way too seriously, and it's just not great. It just sucks. Black Clover, like people trying to compare Black Clover to My Hero have no thought.
No.
Head empty. Friggin' Black Clover to My Hero, yeah, right.
Listen, I read a My Hero chapter and like my eyes almost always water.
Yeah,
every time these days.
Especially where we're at now. Holy shit!
Like almost every chapter, I'm like, oh my god, I can't. I maybe I'm just too invested at this point or something. But...
And we were right. We're freaking badass. We were right.
About what?
All right, so I just want to get into it now because
let's do it.
Especially, we'll start with My Hero. We can go back and talk about other stuff if we want, but
yeah.
Stain freaking coming back. And being a good boy.
I kind of forgot that he would go like to All Might rather than Deku.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. but it makes perfect sense. And like, he's just over here basically just writing love letters to All Might too. I don't know if you caught that part. But he's just like, yeah, he sent us all this information and also kind of like this weird freaking
manifesto about you, bro. I don't know why he did that. But go off, Stain. Do what you want.
I was so. It was so refreshing to see him, and still like he's still the same guy.
Yeah.
He didn't drop his ideals. He still sees All Might that way, or like what All Might was, or who he is. He knows All Might better than All Might knows himself. If you kind of think about it, it's kind of fucked up.
Now he sees Deku that way. Now that he fought Deku, he sees Deku
hero.
that way. He knows.
Oh, and he because like All Might's probably my favorite character, I would say.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, I don't know, the moment about like, oh, this is the last person All Might saved, coming back through all that stuff, it's just so touching.
So touching. And then it's fucking raining too, and he's crying.
Yeah, it's just the rain. I didn't realize it would rain today,
But yeah, like, I don't know when we stopped talking about My Hero. Like, the last one was just us. But
it was before he got to the school.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and then that was awesome too, because they were fucking pissed. They didn't want him in there. They were mad. And there's a legitimate reason for him to for them to change their mind too. And it's not like a one chapter thing. They change their mind. There's like 2 or 3 talking about it.
Yeah.
And they're pissed.
Oh,
and
did
that
you
doesn't even root that that pacing is fine for me. Because they need that. that makes sense.
That's a big discussion. And did you notice that the guy standing up for Deku at the end was the guy from like chapter 1, who Deku talks to on the street?
No.
Like the guy, he's got like these pointy stars coming out of his head.
Oh, the little kid?
No, the guy, not the kid, the guy.
Okay.
In the first chapter, when they're watching Kamui Woods and that big just random guy fight, and then Mount Lady shows up, Deku's standing there taking notes, watching all the heroes show up, getting all whatever, and then this guy walks up right next to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you trying to be a hero and all that stuff," and like. They just, have a conversation. It's that guy. It's the same guy.
That's awesome.
And they don't even recognize it. Like, he doesn't recognize him. But, like, the guy's standing up for him. I just thought that was a cool little touch that, like, you'd only really remember if you were paying attention. And, like, I only remember that because I had to, like, get clips from episode 1, like, not that long ago. So, that's where it stuck with me, but...
Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah.
That's the guy. And, like... What a throwback. Coming back after all this time.
Crazy. Man.
And then, like, everybody running forward because they were just too scared to. Like, my guy.
Jeez, and then everyone's all mad that they took a break to let the freaking kids breathe.
I know.
Why is everyone mad for dumb shit? They're like fucking get over yourselves.
I get they're mad because the hero's quote-unquote fucked up, which, sure, whatever. But
that's interesting. What do you mean?
I know,
that's
like,
so interesting. Shut up. Shut up.
I know, and like they're trying to fix their fucking mistakes. Come on, like, let my boy take a shower, please.
Deku has got it. Oh, I thought you meant like random people, like real life people were mad. No, I understand.
Oh,
oh.
Well, like I imagine some people probably were.
Sure they are.
I think some people were mad at Uraraka.
I'm like that's what makes the story happen. But yeah, the people in the story have a reason to be mad. I definitely understand that.
Yeah, well, people are just mad at My Hero all the time, so like I've just given up at this point. Like actual people. Like their arguments are just...
They want to have bad taste, they can have bad taste. I'm not gonna stop them.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what
Deku
I mean?
can be My Hero. This is fine.
It's so good. It's so good. I don't think it's even overhyped. I think it's underhyped.
Nah.
If anything.
Yeah. I think it was overhyped.
Yeah.
In the beginning, because just everyone was talking about it,
Yeah.
and then in typical fashion, when something gets cool, everyone doesn't like it anymore.
Yep.
And like, oh, there's all these problems, Deku's crying, and then, like, the only legitimate arguments I can see against My Hero is more just like, either A, it's not for you, that's fine, or B, like, you could probably argue that like Class 1A versus 1B was kind of mediocre, because that's where I had the most struggle with My Hero. I didn't really want to read it then. But you can't say that everything past that isn't great, because it is.
Oh my god, is it good? And
like anime aside, whatever the fuck ups they're doing.
That's their fault.
Who cares?
That's not Horikoshi. That's their fault. They can fuck it up all they
them.
want. That's their fault. Read the manga if you want a good story.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so good. It's It's definitely one of the better superhero stories in general that I've ever read or seen.
Absolutely. That's why I think I like it so much. Is because it feels kind of like Invincible.
Yep,
Feels fresh.
I was just thinking that.
It feels like a fresh take on heroes when it's so everything is just kind of oversaturated with superhero stuff right now, but yet it still feels unique and fresh.
When do the heroes ever lose? When do they ever lose to that extent and have to deal with that fallout in a superhero
Not
movie?
often. And if they do,
show.
they clean it up pretty fast.
Yeah, very seldom does that happen. I guess in Batman vs Superman it happens. Boss, the best movie that everyone liked.
Yeah, or I guess in Infinity War, you could say that was big loss. But there's so much setup for that, and they just kind of reversed it. So it's they lost, but did they really?
Not really. Everything went back to normal except for freaking Iron Doof.
Yeah, because in My Hero, I guarantee you, whenever they get to the point where they have to fight All for One and the League of Villains and yada yada yada, the world's never gonna be what it used to be.
Yeah.
In this world, it's gonna be different. I feel like heroes are gonna be they're still gonna be a thing, but they're not gonna be super popular anymore.
It's not gonna be celebrity heroes like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be they're legitimate heroes that help people.
Heroes. Yeah, I think that's where the ending is gonna go.
Yeah, and even then, there's still gonna be so much suspicion on everybody. You can't just reverse that.
Yeah,
you don't have Infinity Stones. Okay, you can't go back in time. You can't do any of that. You have to deal with the consequences at hand and try to just make the world better with them. That's the hand they're dealt, and that's what they're going to do. Oh. So, I don't know. It just feels very fresh.
I think one of the kids are going to die.
I could see it.
I think one of them will. I don't know who it'll be, but I think one will. Probably one of the lesser, maybe Mineta. That makes people mad.
I feel like Ida. Ida, if any of them. I feel like he would go down.
Yeah.
Because he's popular enough, but he's not one of the main four, which I would say is Deku, Shoto, Bakugo, and Uraraka. Yeah, I'd say they're the four most popular, and then there's him.
Just imagine if it's friggin' Mineta sacrificing himself. How pissed people would be.
Yeah. Well, some people would be really happy because a lot of people don't like him.
No, yeah, but I think they'd be upset if they gave him a hero send off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He doesn't deserve this. He's a fucking pervy.
He's not even good. He doesn't do anything. He's just pervy. But he loves Deku.
Yeah.
Man. I can't believe it's so freaking bipolar. Because there are people that fucking hate it.
Yeah, and
they're wrong.
If you just... if anybody were to tell me, hey, it's just not my thing, I don't like it, or
I can agree with that.
I found it boring in certain parts, or it's not my thing, I completely understand that. But it's just people hating on the stupid reasons that make me upset. Mm-hmm. Because those are the people you hear about.
Yep. Yeah, some guy said, I don't like Western hero series, so it makes sense I don't like MHA. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't sound like it's for you.
Go ahead. That's
boom.
Good. I'm glad you like other stuff too.
Yeah. You're just missing out. That's okay.
I'm just you're missing out on Undead Unluck.
Yeah, I am.
And JoJo Lion.
Yeah, but not. I won't always be missing out. That's the
true.
Key word here.
Eventually.
That's the key word.
Someday, you'll read them.
Yeah.
I read Bibliomania after our podcast episode with Hiding because he made a video on it not too long ago. That was super trippy. That was a really good series.
The one that he talked about that I had on my radar for a while is Blam, I think. I feel like that one's going to be super cool.
Yeah, that's the one that looks like Gantz, kind of.
Yeah. It does have a similar vibe. I think Pewds has also talked about it before, which is why I kind of initially heard of it.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's one I'm excited for that he talked to, or he talked about in a video.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's really weird, but it's super good.
What's the general Spark Notes description?
So girl wakes up in a mansion in room 400 or something. And every room that she goes down a number, and so to escape you have to get to 0, but your body and mind begin to rot after every time you leave a door, every time you go to a different room, and each person's room gives them their deepest desires. And so, a spoiler warning, one of them is, this guy is basically killing this bully that he had when he was alive. Okay. It's because that's his desire. Yeah, so he just is, perpetually for the all of eternity, just killing this bully.
Oh my god.
It's super good. It's only 12 chapters too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's like an hour to 2 hours reading session.
Yeah.
And you'll be done. It's so good though.
And it was bibliography?
Bibliomania.
Yep. Bibliomania. I'm an idiot. I think like the only other anime. Well, okay, I did see some of Tokyo Revengers.
I've heard that's super good. I've been hearing about that a lot lately.
Yeah, I think you would like it. I think you would like it. Did you ever watch Erased? I can't remember.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay, it's kind of like that, but different. So, in Erased, it's basically where, for just people who don't know, it's basically guy gets sent back in time as his child self, but he has the memory of his adult self, so he has to solve a murder, more or less, or he has the opportunity to. So in this one, it's basically this. He's just like your normal average dude, and he's working a shit job, everything sucks, and he's like in his late 20s, and he ends up somehow getting the ability to travel back in time 12 years to his middle school self. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to save his middle school girlfriend who gets killed because of like a gang war.
Yep.
That he was like involved with back then. But like the time the one complaint I have, the two complaints I have actually, is that the time travel makes so little sense of how it works. And they're supposed to be in middle school, but like we're talking like some JoJo's shit.
Okay.
In like these middle schoolers. It's like I'm over here thinking like, did I even go to middle school? Because I don't remember any of things like this. This is crazy. But like the way the time travel works is basically his middle school girlfriend's little brother is a cop in the future. And he goes into the past by touching the guy's hand, basically. So like when they shake hands, he goes 12 years into the past.
Okay.
Yeah, and when they shake hands in the past, he goes back to the future. So the only like that sounds fine on paper in terms of like, okay, if that's how you want it to work, that's like okay, whatever.
Okay, I guess, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but like there's one thing that doesn't make sense is that he changes something in the past, and when he wakes up in the future, that should be changed, right?
Yeah.
But the cop guy doesn't, like, the cop guy still remembers how it used to be.
Okay.
But he's in the future. That got changed. So, like, he mentions, like, oh, yeah, no, this happened instead. And the guy's like, wait, no, it didn't. And then he looks it up on his computer. He's like, wait, it did change. So, like, how the fuck does it not change for him? Like, if you change something, like, if he ended up changing something drastic, that should also be drastically changed for the dude in the future. Yeah. Because he's in the future. But it's not. So it's, like, really confusing. And it's like, I think they just don't want you to think about it, more or less. Yeah. But when you do, I don't know.
Oh, that's it makes no sense. Weird.
But it's basically just like a delinquent show on crack.
Okay.
But with time travel.
All right, cool.
At the moment.
Yeah,
I think you would like it.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about that. Seraph of the End, I've heard is pretty good.
Oh, I've heard of that too, actually.
See, I've been so since I started a new job, I've been hearing from people a lot of different anime that they've been watching. And so I've heard of that. There's this one skateboard one that I heard is really good.
Skateboard?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, though. I wrote it down at some point, but I don't remember it.
I don't know if I've ever heard of a skateboarding anime or manga. Interesting.
Skate the Infinity. There it is.
Skate
Bingo! It's Studio Bones. Woohoo.
Oh, it's like SK8. So, okay, epic.
Yep. Heard that's good. Promise Neverland, I've heard is good. I haven't seen that.
Read it, don't watch it.
Okay.
Garrett, like, I'm serious.
Okay. I trust me, the last thing I watched was Haikyuu, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I forgot to write it down, but I did also finish The Promised Neverland because it had something to do with the research I was doing.
Okay.
But yeah, the anime I liked it quite a bit. I would say I heard some people complaining about the ending, but I thought it was fine. Yeah. I will say that like the last arc is kind of just like a lot. Like they expect you to care about like the opposing forces a lot more than you should because they just kind of dump stuff on you left and right. Like, oh yeah, this is how this works, and it's like
okay.
I don't know if I care, but I would say overall, like the first arc by itself is worth reading no matter what. It's that good. And then there's like a kind of an arc in between that's just okay, and then the arc after that is also really, really good. And then just overall, I'd probably give it like a solid 7, 7.5.
Okay.
Would recommend. But
Not
definitely
bad.
read it, because the anime, the season 2 completes it. And they skip over everything. They leave out so many characters that are so
What?
integral to the plot.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it's... Nah. No. No. It's bad.
That's... Man, I see that.
Also, shout out to Love Phenomenon, dropping a
you.
raid out of nowhere.
Heck yeah.
Love thank you. And I guess while we're at it, also thank you to Viva, Simply Amanda, and some guy for the subs earlier. We do see you and appreciate you.
Yeah, you know what?
What?
I think we're gonna raid Deez Nuts.
No! They
Yeah,
came back!
You just... Yeah, bring that counter back right now.
Oh, fucking son of a...
Oh, I'm so glad you're editing this. Yep. This has been the
Yeah.
Deez Nuts episode. The homie redeemed a question. Said, Evan, where's my diamond? And I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest with you. If I'm being completely honest. If you give me a follow-up to that, I'll answer it. But I don't know what you're talking about, Codex. But yeah, so I'm hearing a lot about different anime that I have not watched or seen. And I thought I was pretty cool and popular with it, but I guess not.
See, like, I've just heard of so many that, like, I just recognize names and,
Yeah.
like, brief things about it. But it's like, oh, I know that, but I know nothing else because I haven't read it or watched it.
I say that so many times a day.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm like, yeah, I know what that is. Yep, I know what that is. I don't know exactly what that is, but I've heard of it. Yeah, friggin' this Toilet Chan one is friggin' popular now.
Excuse me.
You never heard of Toilet Chan?
That I've never heard of, no.
Oh, I heard of it from friggin' J-Bro, I think.
I have heard of Deez Nuts.
Bring.
Got him.
That's the friggin' Discord disconnect sound. Bring.
Sorry.
We're also potentially thinking
Potentially.
of going to a anime convention in the next couple weeks here, actually. But that's a potential. That's not a guarantee. Because I don't have my ticket yet, even. So
Yeah, I'm seeing how I feel next week. That'll be my determining factor if I go or not.
And if you don't, then we'll just send you pictures and make you have FOMO.
Yeah. Wait, what's FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Oh.
It's like YOLO, but fun.
Yeah. I guess.
You've already been to this convention, though, so it doesn't matter. Really. Yeah. I don't think, if anything, it will be smaller, probably. So.
COVID.
Yup, maybe.
I'm sick of COVID.
Friggin' me too, man. We're still taking
sick of Deez Nuts.
It's gonna have
I heard that
legitimate. I was gonna have a legitimate conversation.
Please continue.
But then
I just saw an opportunity. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you're gonna see Deez Nuts soon.
Okay, James.
Yeah, James said he'd fucking suck a dirty toe. What? He said, and I quote, "I will suck a dirty toe."
It's been through a swamp.
That's
12 miles.
Yep, gross.
Walked 12 miles through a swamp.
Gross.
Yeah, I would not.
Me neither, man. I know your team suck the right toe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't suck a dirty toe, even if it was the right toe.
No, like, take a shower.
Take a shower and take some... I can't even make that work. That sucked. Oh, man. Yep. But yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about
Anything
COVID.
important?
Fuck COVID. That's what we were saying.
Yeah,
until I interrupted you.
Yeah, it's still pretty serious up here. Now that I'm in a bigger area.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's still going on.
You know, what do the cases in the U.S. look like? I'm curious.
There you go.
How bad do we have it right now? Like, new case.
Cases...
Well, it's going back down again. That's a fucking Jesus Christ.
How many cases
it's so
of
many.
Ligma are there?
I'm gonna legitimately put that into my search history. Why is that an auto search term? Well, there doesn't appear to be much research on the matter, so I think we'll have to come back to that.
Wait!
Did you know that there is a city called Ligma in Nepal?
No, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm from Ligma.
From Ligma.
Oh, those poor souls.
Dude, they gotta be like, where's Ligma?
It's in Nepal.
Ligma Paul.
No. No.
Dude. Remember when Ninja got Ligma'd and then got really mad?
Yeah. Oh.
That's my favorite brand of video, is Ninja getting legitimately angry about stuff.
Yeah.
What'd you say, you little shit?
Yeah. Oh, I've used that sound clip so many times.
So I just, instead of releasing a drafted tweet, I found one of my old DMs, and I DM'd Chuck Grassley, U.S. Senator, and I said, I'd kick your Chuck Assley. And he didn't reply or block me. So
I'm surprised you didn't get, like, suspended for that one.
No, but it was a DM.
Inciting
They can't
violence.
suspend me.
Oh,
DM,
okay.
I'm good.
Okay, my bad. Right. Thanks,
Aw.
Chuck.
Yeah, he stinks. I've DM'd a bunch of weirdos. That's just what I do.
If it works for you, man.
That's what I get my... Who is this person? Oh, this is freaking Animal Crossing. Well, that was funny.
I'm confused, but yes.
You remember Animal Crossing?
Yeah, that was like 2020 when everybody was upset inside.
Dude, it's freaking bananas. How long ago that COVID started, to be honest?
It was beginning of 2020.
Because I always think it was 2019, and I don't fucking know why.
I don't know. This year in particular has gone by. I think this is the single fastest feeling year of my life.
Yeah.
Even though life seems to accelerate just when you're an adult because you're always busy, I feel like this year in particular has just like gone.
Yeah.
Whereas like other years, like 2018, even 2020, I feel like went by pretty slowly, all things considering. But not this year. This year is just like boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden it's fucking October. First day of October when we're streaming this, by the way.
That's
Spooky
right.
season. Let's
It's
fucking
hey,
go.
wait a minute. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, man. Hey. Hey, what are you gonna change your friggin' name to on now on Twitter?
You know what? Some guy's been fucking memeing on me about that, by the way.
Fuck
this
yeah!
fucking guy. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going
yeah!
to change it right now.
Oh,
I'm gonna
hell
change it right
yeah!
now. So I'm going to change my name from Too Spooky Cow Emoji to Too Spooky Cow Emoji Skull Emoji. There we go. I have changed my Twitter name. I told you what I was gonna change it to, and I fucking did. Live.
You should have changed it to Deez Nuts.
I'm gonna change you to Deez Nuts.
Mr. Too Spooky. Yeah, there you go.
Wow,
That'd be
that's
epic.
it's Dr. Too Spooky. Thank you very much. Doctorate in Deez Nuts. Got him.
All right, so I got a freaking YouTube channel promoted through Twitter to me.
Really? A channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's just the guy's YouTube channel. And then I replied to it and said, thanks for promoting this. I'll tune in. And so I clicked on it. And he does shorts, but they are all The Walking Dead stories utilizing action figures.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, like, are they good, though?
Well, you want to watch one?
Yeah, sure.
We can watch one.
You're streaming it. You can put it up.
I'll put one up. I don't give a dang. Go friggin' sub to this
Do you
guy. He
give a
kicks
hoot?
butt. A hoot? I give a Deez Nuts. I'm a YouTube premium man now.
Really? Oh, excuse me. That came out.
I officially am YouTube premium Pingus McBingus.
I would like to get YouTube Premium.
It's
actually.
not that expensive.
It's mainly just because it's really good for creators, and I do watch a good amount of YouTube.
I
Like,
watch. That's what.
In my like
That's
whenever
all
I'm
I
eating.
do. That's all I do.
The only like few minutes of downtime, there's usually a YouTube video involved.
Yep. All right. So this guy. What's in the barn, Herschel? That's the title of it. I'm gonna try to. It's gonna be fun for you to edit. All right, and here he goes.
All right.
Well, I'm freaking muted because I was checking this.
I can hear
earlier.
you.
Remember in The Walking Dead
There he is.
episode where they found Carol's daughter inside of Herschel's barn? Flashback. Her daughter had been missing all season, and everyone was wondering, where is her daughter? Where's her daughter? And then when they killed all the zombies in the barn and found out Carol's daughter was inside, man, that was just crazy. It was a great cliffhanger way to end the show, as most times they have great cliffhangers.
What? I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like a review. I like
I don't know what it
review
was.
of this guy's
really.
opinion.
I don't think it was a review. I think it was just him explaining what happened.
Well, I mean, like I remember like back in the day, like seeing like there's a lot of YouTubers who would take like fucking like Legos or action figures and like you know do like stop motion with them. That's what I expected.
Cool stuff. Yeah.
That's what I expected.
Stuff is what I expected. Too,
I mean, like it's cool that he's got it all set up.
Yeah,
I was
that's
expecting like
movement.
something to happen.
And
yeah.
nope, he just talked about it. He just explained what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good cliffhanger, I guess.
Great
like,
cliffhanger, man. I agree, I suppose.
Wow. Well, you know what? He's good money well spent. Good keep promoting, fella.
Yeah, that was a good use of Twitter's promotion feature, I'd say.
And you know what? It was catered specifically to you, so
yeah,
it worked out.
I watched it. I clicked on the channel. I'm pretty
And
sure
you
some
subscribed.
guy. Yeah, some guy ratioed him too.
Oh?
Yeah, they said ratio.
Oh, dude, my favorite.
Dude, have you ever been ratioed?
Not yet.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
You think Nux would ratio you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good.
He'd probably unintentionally ratio me.
No, it would be intentional.
Oh.
I've seen him ratio a lot of people actually.
Yeah, me three. He does that.
Let's see if he can ratio Deez Nuts.
Oh, fucking got him. Oh, nobody can ratio Deez Nuts.
Oh man. Oh, I actually like this comment. So UB112L. Everything is becoming a blur because many of us are doing the same thing almost every day. Pre-COVID, our days were probably more varied. If all your memories are similar, does time feel like it's compressed?
I agree and disagree.
Yeah,
because like I
me
feel
too.
like even 2018, for instance, I feel like I was doing pretty much the same thing like almost every day.
Yeah.
Like way more than I am
Yes,
these days.
Especially you.
Yeah, because like I was just always like I edited constantly
Uh-huh.
in 2018. I think the only breaks I really took was like one day a week to watch something, and then I would take a couple. Like if I was reading something new, I would take time to do that as well. But I didn't go out and do much. It was more like that was when Fortnite was big, so
Oh,
I would
fuck
take
yeah.
breaks to do that with the boys. But
Fuck yeah.
but like other than that, like I was just always doing the same thing, and that year felt pretty slow. Whereas this year, I feel like it's more just I'm so busy. Because, like, I do a lot of the same stuff. At least the last month, I've also had to do a lot of, like, going out of the house to take care of tasks and everything. And it just feels like days go by so much quicker. And, like, adding an exercise routine onto all that and learning how to cook more, or just taking the time to cook more often. Taking time to just do other things and, like, keep up with the house.
Yep.
It just, your day's gone. It just disappears.
Especially if you
It's
have
like-
a good sleep schedule.
Yeah, which I do. Which
I
I
know
do.
you do now.
Honestly,
I know you do now. Your sleep schedule's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
freaking at work and I see a Too Spooky streaming notification. I'm like, wow, this guy's freaking grinding.
Yeah, morning streams. And that's another thing. Streaming takes like hours at a time because if you don't stream for like a couple hours, there's no point. That's just time out of your day gone, which I love to do it. It's great. Like, I don't know. Something's just different. Something's different. It hasn't felt this busy before. I don't know what it is. Like, doing the same thing all the time can still feel really slow. But for some reason now, I don't know why. Yeah.
No, I think the day's just more jam-packed. Because
That could be it.
I get that for sure. Because I've got a similar sleep schedule to you. Get up, go to work, come home, go work out. Then it's dinner time. Cook, make dinner. Then I have time to, like, watch a show and read a bit of my book or whatever I'm reading. And go to bed. Like, that's my day. That's why I didn't have a ton to talk about. Like, I'm very boring.
Yes. I mean, you know me. I'm boring as hell. I love
Yeah,
the lifestyle.
But you're watching things. I'm not even doing that yet.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, like, usually do take time to, like, watch something, like, with the lady each day, usually. Like, not every day, though. Not every day. There's some days where there's just no time. I don't know. Like, also keeping up with, like, this podcast and, like, One Piece D&D. Like, that's something every other week.
Yep.
Two things there. And then there's also time for friends, like, doing things like making sure to keep up with people. Family stuff. It's just, like, you're right. It's just jam-packed. That's what it is.
Yeah, we got responsibilities now, dog.
Yeah, we do.
You know?
Responsibilities are a lot.
You can't have a day of just nothing.
I wish I could. I miss days of nothing, but can't do it.
I don't know if I do.
I don't know. I guess just like kind of like what I said earlier.
Like
it's
watching,
more just like
and like reading.
I
stuff.
wish. I guess when you say nothing, you mean like literally nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like one of those every once in a while, I
Mhm,
think.
I agree.
But I think it's mainly just like I wish I could just take a couple weeks or like a month to just fuck off and just read my like a huge backlog of things that I just haven't had the time to get to.
Uh-huh.
Just like read them all at once, just consume a lot of media, but like also be resting at the same time because your mind's basically just focused on that.
Yeah.
You don't have to do much else. So I feel like that would be really refreshing. But as an adult, you just can't do that under any circumstances. Unless that like you're taking a vacation and then that is your vacation.
Yeah, no, I agree. That'd be interesting. I'm trying to think if I would like that or not. I don't know. Because I kind of get that though. I kind of get that with my job.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, oh, you got it. Yeah, you have a point with yours specifically.
I get that sometimes, and it gets old. It gets old.
Maybe it's just because, like, I don't know. I think being really busy is definitely also a good thing because it keeps you focused. Like, you never have a moment of boredom. But, like, I'm also the kind of person that, like, when people say, like, oh, I'm bored. Like, I don't fucking get that. I never have. Because it's like, when in the moments when I have absolutely nothing going on, I feel like I'm enjoying myself, which is weird. Like, if I have to, like, sit in, like, a waiting room for 20 minutes, like, most people be like, oh, I'm so bored, this sucks, but, like, I don't know, I can just sit there and just not do anything for a minute, and it's really nice.
Yeah. I think that's unique. I don't think that's a thing a lot of people do.
Yeah, or just, like, for instance, because, like, there's so many things I could read right now just from all your recommendations today.
Yeah.
It's, like, I feel like those are all things that I could be doing. So when someone says, like, oh, I'm bored, I have nothing to do, it's like, I just don't get it because I have so much I could be doing.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. But I don't think there's many people out there that take time to just do nothing. Most people are on their phones constantly or, like, thinking about stuff. I guess that would be doing nothing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, like, I know for myself, this is a bad habit I'm in, but I, like, always need some sort of noise or YouTube video or something.
Yeah, I definitely do too.
Or music or whatever. Like, very seldom am I just with my thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know. I also like to daydream, though. I can just take a minute to just sit there and just think about some bullshit and then snap myself out of it and get back to it. It's just like a nice little break. Like, I don't need to have anything going on, but I'm also very much like that where I am constantly stimulating to some extent. Like, there's always, like, music or... I've been trying to listen to podcasts more with what I do a lot of times because, like, audio is involved. Like, I don't really have that luxury. So it's when I'm out and about or, like, cooking that I'm able to, like, consume those things.
Yeah.
I usually do have something or, like, multiple things. Like, I'll have people's Twitch streams open while I'm working and, like, music playing on top of that. Sometimes, like, YouTube videos. Like, constant stimulation.
It's hard. It's hard to take time to just not do anything. To not have that stimulation. It's hard to even think of that.
Mm-hmm. That's just something I kind of miss. Because, like, I used to not be bored when I was bored. But now I don't have the time or the luxury to be bored. And I kind of miss it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that might just be a unique thing to me and very few people. But, yeah, I don't know. Just whenever... Like, it's just always bothered me when someone says they're bored.
No, I agree
I feel
with
like
that
there's
for
so
sure.
much I could do.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah, like, you could do anything. Just anything. Like, even with your phone. Like, just fucking scroll on Twitter. You're doing something. Like, you don't have to be bored. Go look at art. I don't know. Go touch grass.
Go touch grass!
Go touch Chuck Grassley. There you go.
Do a freaking Deez Nuts joke.
Yeah.
Then you'll never be bored again, man.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, people are crazy. I think, I don't know.
Wildin'.
I think it's social media that did it, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I hate social media.
Love-hate.
I'm so stupid, because, like, I like Twitter, but...
Twitter's the only one I like.
Uh-huh.
Because what other social media even is there?
Instagram, Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Fuck
TikTok.
both of those. Well, TikTok
YouTube.
I can understand a little more.
I do YouTube Shorts, so I can't hate on TikTok, because it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
like, I think there's definitely some good stuff in there. While I haven't I just know if I went like onto TikTok, I would just lose so much more time every day.
Yeah,
because I would get sucked into it. So I just can't. I'm doing it for my own mental health, basically. Staying away from that.
Ooh, I like Soul Slayer's thing. If you're bored, think of some people you've been meaning to talk to. We don't take time to do that often. I agree.
Exactly.
I've been talking to a former guest of the podcast, Noble Absinthe Wyatt, lately.
Yeah, I chatted with him too, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, he
That's
checked
funny.
in. We were chatting. past couple days here.
Yeah.
Or like last week or whatever.
Me too.
And like that's another thing, just checking in on people. Like that's where I was kind of also saying like keeping up with friends. And like he said, like there's plenty of people that we probably haven't reached out to in a long time that we definitely could. But it's just taking the time to do so. And a lot of times we either don't have that time or we're just doing other things.
And even the time to think about that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I would need to take time to think of, like, all right, who haven't I talked to in a while? Mm-hmm. Who do I want to reach out to?
Yeah. And then, like, you and I are also both on the more introverted side, so. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I want you to take a personality test, if you don't mind.
Okay, which
I'm
one?
curious as what you'll be. It's called the Myers-Briggs.
Oh, I know what I am. I'm INFP.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But,
I was just curious.
But what are you?
I'm an INFJ.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not surprising, but should I ruin this test for you?
Sure.
All right, so I went to school to be in the psychology field. I did a research project based on one of the types of assessment. Yep, Soul Slayer ruined it for me. So what we were trying to do for this assignment was find the validity and the reliability and all these types of statistics related to that test.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't find any for the Myers-Briggs. So this was easily the most frustrated I've ever been in school, ever, period, point blank, no doubts about it. I was going through websites, I was going through books, I was going through encyclopedias, I was looking for fucking everything to find this data on this, and the data doesn't exist because it's not reliable or valid, which means it's like not it can change if you give the same test to the same person. Which like our personalities change. That part's not as big a deal, but it also doesn't always measure correctly.
Yeah, I heard that too, especially with like INFJs in particular from what I was looking up on. Apparently that one is like the quote unquote most rare, but it's also the one that people get most of the time when that's not actually what they are. Okay. So
and get ready, because do you want to hear how it started too? So Soul Slayer is pretty close on the money, saying it was thought of by two dudes. It was thought of by two women, actually. And it was a mother thought of this test. She came up with the idea behind it, I guess. I don't know that she made the test itself. But her idea was her daughter was dating this guy who was fucking nothing like their family. And she thought, how the heck could this guy be so weird? I need to make a test to figure out why he's such a fucking weirdo. And then they made it.
That's epic.
That's the creation.
Oh. It just kind of like reminds me similar to like astrology, but it's different in its own fun way. I feel like, I don't know. I just kind of like he said, I think it's fun.
It is fun, yeah.
Yeah. I was just curious.
INFP, for sure. I've gotten that multiple times.
Descriptions are pretty legitimate explaining types of personalities. Yeah, I would agree to that too, but just kind of like astrology, there's a lot of things that you can be like, oh yeah, this is like me, but this isn't. I think they're
so vague.
Yeah. It's just so like you can find your place to fit more or less. But a lot of it, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely something behind it, but it's more just for fun.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that you got INFJ though. That doesn't surprise me at all.
I took that like earlier this year, but I don't know. I still don't know what a lot of them like are specifically, like all the certain traits for them. Yeah. But I don't know. I thought it's been pretty fun learning about it.
Yeah, it's a good little goofball. If you ever find that story of the woman and her daughter, that's really funny. Oh god,
I'm gonna jot that down.
Just imagine being that bored in your life and you come across some guy dating your daughter that's so fucking weird that you're like, this person could not be the same species as me, basically. Like that would suck.
I didn't know that though. That's super cool.
It's super funny. Like,
yeah,
I for sure talked about that. I was like, it's funny.
Oh, fucking got him.
I
don't know how I ended up bringing that up. I lost.
Introverted. And then we were talking about keeping in touch with people.
Right. Yeah.
But I guess since we're talking about keeping in touch, let's talk about keeping in touch with One Piece.
I don't remember where the last point we talked about with One Piece was.
Me neither. It was about Yamato. It was about Yamato joining the crew. For sure. It was for sure that.
I don't think we had seen her fruit yet.
No, we didn't.
I don't think we had. So like that's new. What even is it again? I need to remember. Hold on.
Yamato. It's a zone.
It's a mythical, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a mythical. I just don't remember like what it is specifically.
It's some little critter.
Oh, the dog fruit.
Yeah, it's a critter.
The Okichi no Makami. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with the lore of what exactly that is in the myths, legends. But,
no, me neither.
But that's cool. That's cool. We also got Yamato's backstory.
Yeah, that was super sad.
Yeah, and then there was also, in that same backstory, a lot of people were theorizing about that one guy being Zoro's father, which, that's interesting.
What one guy?
There was, like, the dude who said that he was nobody special, or something like that.
Sword, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, one of the samurai who were in the same cave with Yamato.
Gave them the food.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then frickin' we got big boy frickin' Momo now.
Yeah! He's grown up. He's biting Kaido.
Taking a big old chomp out of Kaido.
Yeah.
And now Kaido's gonna get fucked. Like, that's happening.
Yeah, for the longest time, I didn't know if this arc was going to go to the point where, like, the raid would fail. Or if they would end up getting defeated and having to, like, retreat. But it looks like it's kind of coming to, like, a climax, almost. Like, we're getting to that point, I feel, for Wano.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be ending soon. Maybe not this year, but early next year.
I'm kind of surprised. I feel like the pacing's been really fast, but One Piece has been kind of upping the pacing for a while.
Yeah.
Ever since, like, the end of Whole Cake. But I'm trying to think what else we've seen that we haven't talked about. I mean, Zoro's back in action.
Zoro, that was sweet. Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that was awesome. I mean, I wish we got to see their actual fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was nothing, really.
My hope is that what they're going to kind of do is let the manga just keep the pace like it is, where things are cutting away from a lot of stuff, but keeping, like, the main plot going. And then the anime can, like, flesh all those things out so we can see what actually was happening with each individual.
Yeah,
because I feel like when they cut away to, like, one of the Straw Hats fights, for instance, it's over, like, within that chapter, basically, at this point. Because, like, there was Robin with her demon form breaking.
Sweet, too.
Spider whamming over here.
Fucking crushed her.
Oh, I don't want to hear any Robin slander from anybody.
No way.
James.
Oh, man, he's going to be sad soon.
Oh, yeah, I saw his Snapchat earlier, and I didn't reply.
Me too.
He sent me another one.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, no. Because, like, what do I even say?
Yeah, I'm not spoiling it.
I don't want to say, nah, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I had that spoiled for me. That sucked.
Me too!
That sucked.
I fucked up.
Mine was friggin' 4chan spoiling it for me.
Mine was fucking Watch Mojo.
Oh,
of all things. I was an idiot. Fucking Watch Mojo. Bro, it was getting back into anime before even considering watching One Piece again. And I'm like watching, like, oh, these are all the character deaths, and I'm like, or the top 10 saddest character deaths. I'm like, oh, hey. And I see that, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. And then once I'm getting to that point, I remember that. All through fucking Marineford. All through fucking Impel Down.
It still hurts, but it's like, man, if I didn't know that was coming.
I know, but that's the thing. The whole time I knew it was coming. I'm like, this effort is just going to end in vain. And I'm going to lose my shit. And I did. I was the whole time so distraught. Cause, like, I'm like, oh, he's out of the fucking shambles. But when's it going to happen? When's he going down? I know it's going to happen.
He's dying. He's dying
and
for sure.
He did.
And then Gonzo. Hope James isn't listening to this.
Let me check the...
I don't think
he's
he
not
is.
here. He's not here. We're fine. I don't know how we got to that, but...
We're talking One Piece.
Well, yeah, but I forgot what we were talking about in Wano that I flipped around to Ace, but...
It was James.
I don't know.
Oh, no Robin slander.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty good at tracing conversations back.
Thank you.
Soul Slayer asked, what do we think Robin's bounty will be after this arc? I want to know if you can tell me what Robin's bounty is right now.
I think it's like 100 million. No, it's like a little below 100 million, I think. Is it like 96?
What do you think for Robin? Nico Robin?
Yeah, I think it's like 96.
Hey, idiot, it's 130 million. It was never 96, you freak.
I don't know. She had like a weird odd number, I remember.
79 was their first.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but Frankie's is 94 million.
Oh, okay, because she only went up to 80 million. That's right. That's why I thought it was... Okay, I thought it was below 100. My bad. When did that happen?
Enos Lobby was...
Oh, that was after Dressrosa.
Don Quixote.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'd say Robin's will go up to probably close to where Sanji's is.
Yeah.
Close to 200 million, at least.
I think my thought process is like there could be two things happening with her. It's either A, it's gonna just kind of go up to where like Sanji's is right now, just based on like the creep. But at the same time, she's kind of integral to like anybody becoming the Pirate King right now. And if the government knows that,
that's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be high.
It's gonna be like, I could see it being like the highest bounty, like the literal highest bounty.
The highest bounty next, yeah.
Like the single highest bounty we've seen, because like we saw the Yonko bounties a little while back.
Yeah,
those were like quad millions. I could see hers being like 5 billion, is what I meant. Not quad million, but billion. Yeah, I could see her being like 5 billion. Yeah, shush. I could see it being like 5 billion. It's just like,
Jesus Christ. No, I don't think so. Shanks's is fucking 4 billion.
Yeah, but like Shanks can't become the Pirate King without Robin, basically.
I get that. Maybe.
So like she would be so important to just take out of the game, because if they realize that she is integral to somebody finding the One Piece and like learning about the Void Century, all that jazz, then she's going to be public enemy number 1, regardless of who else is out there.
That's true.
Because if she's out of the picture, then like everyone's fucked, basically. There never will be a Pirate King. Everyone will just be emperors, just pissed in their own little corners of the world.
Well, it's a good thing that won't happen.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think One Piece is kind of in its last few arcs, though, to be honest.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to
like,
be.
I think we're going to get freaking Elbaf.
Exactly.
And then I think we're going to get another, like, big war or something.
Yeah.
And, like, whatever mini arcs go with that, kind of, like, impel down, like, the mini arcs that go to the war.
Yeah, because this arc, Kaido's somehow going to be defeated, probably. And then Big Mom's also here. She's also going to be defeated, probably.
Yeah.
So there's 2 down, which only leaves Shanks and Blackbeard. So...
And we're not fighting Shanks. That's not happening.
There's going to be a scuffle between those 2, and then they're going to get involved. But Elbaf first. Yeah.
Shanks is going to die. Like, you just know
not going to be able to return the Straw Hat. Not going to be able to return it.
That's exactly what's going to happen. That's it for sure. He's gonna be all freaking Luffy's gonna be all sad boy. Say I returned it, and then freaking Shanks is gonna be like thank you, and then die.
Yeah. Oh, Raph makes a good point in the chat. I forgot about that. Well, because kind of like what Big Mom said, the Three-Eyed Clan, they can supposedly read it with their third eye. Miss Pudding over here.
Oh yeah.
But even then, Pudding would just become the number 1 most sought after person in One Piece.
Pudding did nothing wrong. Pudding did nothing wrong.
Nah, she's just family.
She did everything correct.
Romeo and Juliet.
She's the best.
2 sides of the wrong coin.
But I hope Yamato goes with. I'll be friggin' stoked.
Oh, at this point, I think people would riot if they leave
don't.
Yamato behind. Yeah. But if Carrot, I'd be okay. Like, leave Carrot out of here. Get her away from me.
Throw Carrot in the fucking water. Carrot, make a fucking swim, idiot.
Yeah.
You big loser.
Get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Dude, I wonder if... I mean, we weren't, like, up to date when Vivi was a thing. I wonder if people, were this invested in Vivi becoming a Straw Hat back then, though.
I actually was reading One Piece when that was coming out.
Yeah, but the internet wasn't... you weren't this.
But I didn't get to finish Alabasta when I was reading it back then, because I kind of, I think I stopped getting the magazine, was what it was. And then I just kind of fell off completely. But, yeah, you're right. People had to have been pissed. Because I know I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of sad, because, I liked Vivi. I would have been okay with her joining, but I get it. And then I was glad later on that they made the fleet, because then more people can be involved, but not necessarily be integral to the main squad. If Carrot's involved, period, I would want her to be part of the fleet with, the other Minks from Zoe, basically.
Hey, you know what I think is a better idea?
Making her swim.
Get Carrot freaking off the boat and in the water and dead.
I don't like Carrot. I don't like Carrot. She's fine, but...
She's fine, yeah.
But
I don't want her to be... I want her to be an integral part. I think Yamato adds way more interesting things.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that Carrot's been kind of cast aside in this arc. It makes me happy. It makes me think that they're kind of forgetting about her, and for good reason. Thank fucking goodness. But, yeah, Yamato for Nakama, please.
Easy. One Piece is so good. It's just, I can't take anything above One Piece, I don't think. I think I've just invested too much time, and it's so consistent.
Yeah, One Piece would have to really shit the bed, like Game of Thrones.
It's either great or it's good. It's never bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, you know what I
Even
mean?
the worst arc.
Freaking, yeah, and that
Like-
is not freaking Davy back fight.
Well, I would say it is.
Well,
but...
I would say you're wrong, and you should jump in some water.
Well, second
Buster.
to that, like, I know it's like Skypiea. I didn't like Skypiea
Yeah.
that much. I thought it was just okay. It was just really hard to get through. A lot of people don't like Thriller Bark, but I do.
I liked Thriller Bark a lot. That's the
Yeah.
freaking zombie one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how people didn't like Thriller Bark. That was funny.
Yeah. It was just a nice horror theme going on.
and
And, like, the ending of that arc was perfect.
All the
with
people looked
nothing
so
happened.
goofy.
Yeah.
Like, they all looked silly. I loved them.
Yeah. It was just, like, really camp. Like, I get it's kind of a step down from Water 7, sure.
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't make it a bad arc. It's more fun.
It's just, yeah, it's a silly one. Oh, man. Raph says he enjoys Undead Unluck more than One Piece Weekly right now. That's crazy to me. And I like Undead Unluck a lot.
Wow. I mean, I do feel like sometimes One Piece week to week or like bi-weekly or
Oh, if it's-
even monthly
yeah.
sometimes.
Uh-huh.
It's a little tough to remember everything that's going on, but every time that like I've kept up with One Piece weekly and then went back and either reread an arc or watched the arc in the anime, it always makes it so much better. Like it holds up so well.
Yeah.
Like with Whole Cake, half the time I was like, okay, who the fuck is this now? I don't remember you. You're like the 67th child. Who are you? And rewatching it in the anime in a more binge-worthy fashion, it's just so much better. The arc is actually way better than I remember. So I think with Wano, especially with all this new production value, the arc,
I'm pumped for
yeah,
that.
it's gonna be
animated.
so good, especially if they flesh everything out like I'm hoping they do. Yeah, I think while keeping up with it weekly might not be as exciting, it still doesn't undervalue it, more or less.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if reading it or watching it is the better experience, is what I'm trying to think through.
I think it depends on the arc,
Yeah.
because like Dressrosa is drug out to hell in the anime.
Yeah, some of it. Some
Like
parts
especially
of it are.
towards the end where
Yeah.
they're like running around just
Yeah.
trying to keep Luffy away from Doflamingo for 5 minutes.
But I think
Like that takes a whole episode.
I think the fight is so good animated though. Like the
It is.
actual fight.
It is. It definitely is. It's where it's kind of hard to pick and choose.
Uh-huh.
Because like I get they have to pad it out, but
certain things are better and certain things are worse, I think.
yeah. But I'd say right now the One Piece anime is probably the best it's ever been.
Uh-huh. Man, I'm just looking at pictures from Thriller Bark, and I just remember when Luffy fucking shoves the zombie back down.
Yeah.
That's the
Just
funniest
walks
thing.
over, just flat face, just glink.
Oh, I forgot, Raph. They show Rebecca's backstory like 87 times.
Yeah, they do.
They show her so much. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're cool, but
Like it's still good. It's just
Uh-huh.
they pad it out too much. They
Yeah.
add too much filler into Dressrosa. Or like whenever anything happens, they do like the 3-second still screen of everyone's reaction in the area.
Yeah.
Which I know it's a very anime thing to do regardless, but like they do it every single time
Yeah.
anything happens.
and there's
it's
so
like,
many people too, so they're
Yeah.
going through all of them, and it's like most of these characters don't even come back. Like, what?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
so
got
it's just
freaking
like ugh.
Pinhead Larry. What's their opinion? No one cares.
It's just if they took stuff out like that, Dressrosa
Mm-hmm.
would be so much better. But I feel like reading the majority of it would probably be the better experience,
Yeah.
just because you can get through it a little faster and get the same amount of value, if not
I
more.
agree. I think the tournament was super sweet to watch, though.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite tournament arcs in anime/manga.
Oh yeah.
That and
so
then
good.
Yu Yu Hakusho's is probably
Yep.
my favorite.
I don't think you could beat the Dark Tournament.
No.
Dark Tournament, and then One Pieces, and then the tuning exams.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta put some respect on the tuning exams name. I was thinking the Hunter exams too.
I like the Hunter exams are definitely good, but I don't think they necessarily beat the tuning exams.
No, they do a good job of setting the tone for the series though for Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, absolutely,
His
absolutely.
Fucking heart ripped out.
Yeah.
Is Hunter x Hunter still on hiatus? Because that's got to be like
Yeah.
2 full years.
It's been like 2 years. Yep. It's been more than that.
That's the worst thing. That's the worst one to follow.
Yeah. Especially because going back and like how much information was unloaded
my
in the
God.
last
This-
couple chapters.
Dude. The
like-
latest chapters of Hunter x Hunter are fucking novel, are like book chapters. Like it's
Yeah.
just writing.
Yep. It's not necessarily
No,
a
it's
bad
not
thing,
bad.
but going back to it is going to be rough.
Uh-huh. Over
'Cause
1,000
I'm gonna have to reread.
days. It's been
That's
almost
like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost. Super close to it. Oh no.
Yeah, it'll be 3 years in like 2 months is what it looks like.
Togashi, please.
What the heck? Maybe he's training some mentee to take over for him.
I hope.
Obviously, the goal is for him to be healthy, but and I'm not gonna complain about him not putting a chapter if it's for his health.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
at this point, you gotta train someone or something.
Yeah. Have somebody do the art, you can do the writing, or just tell people like what has to happen.
At least make an outline of the story. You've worked with enough people and trained enough people. Find someone you trust to work together to take over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, did you want to play a game? It's a really dumb game.
Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot this is a game. Hey, frickin' Mom Jeans made a new song, right?
Yeah.
I know you wanted to bring that up.
It's just if you hadn't heard, I was gonna be like, hey,
Yeah.
did you hear? Because
I like
forgot
it a lot.
to tell you.
I like it a lot.
I like it too. I think it's I'd say the first couple listens I was like, but it's grown on me.
I
It
think-
definitely reminds me of like early 2000s.
Yeah, did you read their little interview they made for it?
No.
It's not
I
super
don't think
long.
so.
The only thing they really say that's of any importance is it's coming out in February, the album,
Mm-hmm.
and that they're taking inspiration from Blink 182 and like
Ah.
Bowling for Soup and like pop, like super pop punk types.
That
of
makes sense.
Early 2000s. So that like you saying that is definitely what they're going for.
Okay. Yeah,
like
that
Green
makes
Day.
perfect sense
Green
to me.
Day was the other one that they said.
Okay, yeah. I can totally see it because that's what it
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of. Something like that.
Yep.
And did you see the album cover? I pre-ordered
Yeah,
it. and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're
Are
just
you gonna
jumping
get the
in some
vinyl?
water. Yeah.
Are you gonna get a freaking an actual turntable finally?
Nope.
Oh, sick, nasty, bro.
I'm just waiting for the one day a turntable enters my life somehow.
Dude,
That's my
okay, all right, bet.
I don't
You
know
what
when
else
it'll
will enter-
happen.
You know what else will enter your life? Fucking Deez Nuts.
Deez Nuts. Ah, got him.
Gotcha.
Fucking.
All right.
Counter's still going.
What game do you have, man?
Oh, it's actually kind of music related. Fun fact.
Oh, is it
but
gonna be the emo music title game again?
It's very similar, but it's more specific this time.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So same concept, except it's about Cannibal Corpse.
Oh my fucking god.
So-
you know.
So I just thought it would be funny because the other day I was looking through because I was ranking bands on my Twitch, and I came across Cannibal Corpse because I have a couple of their songs, and I was like, you know what? They just have some wild song names. So I went through their discography. I got a couple real ones, and I made up a couple fake ones.
Oh, sweet.
And you're just gonna have to tell me if this is a real song that Cannibal Corpse has written and released.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Cannibal Corpse?
No, not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
Nope.
Okay, well, basically, they are a kind of band.
Yeah, okay.
And they just write stories about like really horrific stuff. Like they come up with a horror scenario and they write a song about it. And it's Cannibal Corpse. So there's something.
Didn't one of them get arrested or something?
I think you might. Let's see.
I think
Cannibal Corpse.
one of their singers did
arrest.
something stupid, I think.
Former Cannibal Corpse guitarist Pat O'Brien sentenced for role in bizarre burglary. Being arrested for assault and burglary while his own house caught fire. What? After allegedly entering a neighbor's home in North Florida. Oh, Florida!
Oh,
Florida
fuck
man.
yeah.
And shoving her to the floor, it was claimed that while the incident took place, O'Brien's own rented home was burning down. He shouted that the rapture is coming when he broke into his neighbor's house.
Yeah, I
and
knew
eventually
I
subdued
knew it
with a
was
stun
something
gun.
crazy. I knew it was something crazy.
Yeah. He was ordered to pay $24,000 in fines. And,
He had a bajillion guns,
yeah.
and you know what
Yeah.
he got for that?
80 firearms!
Yeah,
A
dude,
couple
I told you a
flamethrowers and
bajillion.
3 skulls.
A couple.
Three
Yeah,
skulls!
Yeah, he had real skulls, like real human skulls, I believe. That's what it
Wow.
was. I knew it was something fucking super weird. And yup, it was the skull part that I heard about.
Okay. So, yeah, there you go.
And you know what he got for that? He got sentenced, finally.
Probation.
Probation and 150 hours of community service.
Epic.
$23,000 fine, which that means that it wasn't a crime if you're wealthy.
Yeah, just
Yep,
sell all your
so-
fucking guns and there you go. That's all the money you'll need right there.
Oh shoot.
Sure, those flames.
I think the reason I know this is because I was watching a video on frickin' FPS Russia.
Oh, yeah.
And he got arrested for guns too. And I think the guy who made the video like connected the two.
I could see that. Like, I used to watch FPS Russia a lot back in the day, just because it's like, wow, those are cool, and they're blowing stuff up. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah,
blowing up stuff is cool.
He got arrested.
Yeah, and then he never heard from again.
Yep. He has a podcast.
Yeah, I just know that he's not allowed to, like...
Yeah, own guns or anything. He's a felon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Womp womp.
All right,
things for internet clout.
That's what you do, you know? You could lick a freaking ice cream now.
Yeah.
That would be cool, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You know what else would be cool?
What?
Deez Nuts.
Awesome, man. Let's hear the song titles.
Okay. All right, so I got 7.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be impressed if you can get 4 to 5.
I'll be impressed if I get 1.
All right, so number 1, we have Meat Hook Sodomy.
That's real.
Well, you're right. That is real,
Sweet.
actually. All right. Cool. 1 point. Let's go. Number 2.
Yeah.
Ice Pick Lobotomy.
That's real, too.
You're right. That is real.
Yep.
Wow.
I've heard those names, actually.
Oh, see, I knew that you were a Cannibal Corpse fan.
Huge fan. Easy.
All right, number 3. Return to the Grave for Penetration.
Oh, that's fake. That's you.
Damn it.
Man, a Cannibal Corpse super fan over here.
Damn, you're already... Okay, we're going hard.
I'm not even thinking. I'm just saying.
Okay, number 4. Followed Home, Then Killed.
That's made up, too.
Nah, that's real.
Fuck!
Eat shit.
This sucks. You know what else is real? Deez Nuts.
Oh, yeah, they are. Woo!
Cool.
All right, you ready for number 5?
Yeah, sure, man.
Beheaded Virgin.
That's real. That has to be
That's
real.
fake.
What?
Oh
no,
fake.
now I'm the worst. Now I'm a fake fan.
Oh, yeah, it's such a good start. It's such a good start. Okay, are you ready for number 6?
Yeah, man.
Blunt force castration.
Real.
That is real. All right, you
Boom.
got 4. You
Sweet. I'm impressed. Get owned.
All right. Are you ready for the final name?
Yeah, it's real.
Oh, yeah? You don't want to hear it?
Nope.
Well, it is real, so I'll give you that. You got 5! I'm so shook! Well, the last song name was I Come Blood, so...
Oh, I would have thought that was fake. I would have absolutely...
I bet that's a real song.
If you would have said that title, I would have said fake. So I'm glad I freaking jumped the gun.
Yeah, I just let you have that one. But, yeah, I Come Blood. Thanks, Cannibal Corpse. But,
Wow.
yeah, I was scrolling through. They got some gnarly
mode.
ones in there. Yeah, I figured maybe we could do a part 2 of this. I'll bring out the other good ones.
Yeah, you know who else has some gnarly songs?
Deez Nuts.
Deez Nuts!
Yeah,
Got him!
Hold on.
What? Is there a band called... There has to be.
There's an artist called Deez Nuts!
Yeah, that's not surprising, man. There's Deez Nuts book.
How do they have an album from 2008? Deez Nuts didn't exist, but they did.
I'm glad that there's a video. There's an Elders React Deez Nuts Vine compilation. It's an Australian hardcore punk band. There's also a Deez Nuts song on the Dr. Dre album, The Chronic. Oh, that's a good... There's a funny interview where they ask him why he calls it The Chronic, which is slang for weed. And he says, it's dope, buy it. And it's the end.
Dope's a good word.
I like dope, too, yeah. I don't like dope, but I like the word dope.
Yeah, exactly. Like, to describe something as dope rather than something that is physically dope.
Yeah.
It's drugs, but dope isn't cool.
Dude, this band's been in action since 2007.
Exactly. Like, they're ahead of the
Deez
meme.
Nuts.
Maybe that's just like...
Are they popular now? They've got to be.
I mean, they got like a couple million listens on some songs.
Holy heck.
Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
good.
Australia's going beast mode.
Yeah, and I bet just like us, people will look up the meme, be like, yeah, let's look up Deez Nuts on Spotify, and then sure enough, they're like, whoa, what? Deez Nuts? So, yeah, I mean, I didn't realize you were such a Cannibal Corpse fanatic, Evan. Like,
yeah, dude. Like, I'm C2. I'm CC. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pizza.
Pizza time.
Pizza Deez Nuts.
Dude, I'm fucking gonna cry.
Me too.
Dude, you want to do something funny to end our episode?
Sure.
Can you scream as loud as you can into your microphone, please?
I don't know if it'll come through, but like, are we talking like a kind of scream or like a kind of scream?
Yeah, like a whisper scream.
Give me something to say.
But what do you think I'm gonna give you to say?
Thank you.
Think about that for a second, man.
I haven't tried a growl in a long time. Let's see if I can destroy my vocal cords. Deez Nuts! It didn't come through. I see it on Discord. It didn't come through.
It came through. I heard D.
Deez Nuts! You like that? It'll come through on the audio. For the
I heard D na at first.
Oh.
And then I heard
Cool.
D no.
I'm listening. Nuts. I'm really good.
Man,
Why wasn't I in a
sucks.
screamo band?
This sucks. Oh man, you could have been. Scream for a spooky. Thanks, Haywire. I hope you're feeling better, man.
Ah!
Oh, that was.
That didn't.
Can you give me a hoya?
Hoya!
Oh, this is bad.
That's all I got. I'm done.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Deez Nuts' website is deeznutsHardcore.com.
Son of a bitch.
Dude,
What a
is there-
domain.
Do you think there's a Deez Nuts Softcore.com?
I mean. Hold on. This site cannot be reached.
Dude, the
so.
Deez Nuts Hardcore site sucks shit too. It's just tips for buying a guitar. Deez Nuts Hardcore. Get in touch with Deez Nuts. Deez Nuts guitar.
Get in touch with
This
these.
is the dumbest thing I've ever This is the dumbest thing we've ever talked about on here. This is easily the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a low every once in a while, but this is a low. This is a low point, probably in my life.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah. Well, look at the counter. That's the final counter.
That's the final one, except for now. Where can people find us?
Well, you can find us on twitch.tv/American_sushi. We're also on YouTube at the American Sushi Podcast. We're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. And if you like Twitter, you can follow us at Sushi Podcast.
Or at Deez Nuts.
Places. Oh, who has at Deez Nuts? I have to know.
Who does have at Deez Nuts? That's a good point.
Who has at Deez?
Who has Deez Nuts?
Fatten the sack and earn rewards back. Flappy sack, hashtag crypto, play to earn, coming soon. 100,000 donated to cancer research. Hashtag Deez Nuts. It is for www.deeznutscoin.com.
I'm going to lose my mind.
There is a
there's a
cryptocurrency.
Deez Nuts crypto coin.
And they tweeted 14 minutes ago. They are active.
Dude, I'm going to tell them to shut up.
Who knew that there was a crypto for Deez Nuts?
Dude, at least it's not Dink Doink.
Yeah, fuck Dink
Dude,
Doink.
you can buy a sack. The crypto is a little nut sack.
Yeah, it's literally Deez Nuts.
Oh, dude, some guy, your comments on the YouTube are so funny. I love them.
Thanks, some guy. We appreciate you. And everybody else who watches live on twitch.tv/American_sushi,
where
you can be really cool and yell at us live. Or when we're not, I guess you could. You could try.
Dude, you ever hear about MILF coin?
No.
Yeah, you can buy MILF. It's another crypto coin scam from, I think, Aiden Ross.
Why are there so many crypto scams?
Oh, you want to hear something stupid, too?
Let me just collect NFTs.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I made an NFT the other day.
Fuck yeah, bro?
Yeah, dude,
you selling?
Pubic hairs.
Oh. That is quite the artistic expression.
No, stop it, Amanda. No, that was not me. I did not put Tortilla Land. Stop it. Stop it. Why would you assume that's me, huh? Hold on. Wait a minute. Why would you assume that's me? Because you did it the last few times. I've never done it. No, it's always him. It's never me. I was freaking horse racing one time. It's not me. Stop it. It's never been me. I put him in the good tags. I'm a good YouTuber. Stop it. I'm pissed off. This sucks. So fuck. I'm getting slandered. It's not me.
It's from Made in Abyss. He's the father of the year.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's a really great guy.
I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, there's a really dumb basketball drama that I saw on YouTube the other day. Get ready for this dumb shit.
Okay.
This guy goes to like inner city parks and plays basketball against people and films getting into fights and stuff. And so, update, he was fucking paying people to fight his friends in the video.
What?
And then got exposed for it.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, he's paying like fans and people that would go to the like
Just
to watch
beat
them
him up.
hang out to go start a fight with his teammates.
Oh my god. Wow, that must be a good amount of change.
It was really stupid.
Get an assault charge like
it's
that.
$100. It was not.
What? Hey, buddy, you want to make $100?
So you want to make $100?
Go punch my friend in the.
If you make really good content, I'll give you more. He said something like that too.
Oh my god.
Which is epic.
Crying.
Yeah.
In the club.
Dude, I'm still fucking pissed Amanda thought I put Tortilla Land as a tag. And I'm double pissed that she didn't even acknowledge the handball tag that you also put.
Did you know that handball was invented by Sweden?
Yeah, did you know that handball is another name for fucking touching Deez Nuts?
I didn't, but how about you guys? Did you guys know that handball is another name for touching these nuts? Because that's the question for the end of the episode. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm sorry. Deez Nuts!
Thank you. I was hoping you'd do that.